Hi, my name's Jake,
I'm Curtis.
and we are here to talk about the new Marvel series Loki, the first 3 episodes. So far, just in general, like, how have you felt about this show?
I like the show. It's not my favorite of the Marvel shows that have come out on Disney Plus so far, but it is good. It's worth a watch.
So far, I've liked Loki and WandaVision more than I've liked the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, just because, like, I think in this phase of Marvel movies, I'm kind of liking the weird stuff better.
Yeah.
Like, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was, like, just typical superhero business, and, like, even though it was awesome, like, I'm just more excited about the weird stuff that's going on.
Yeah, it was nothing new with that, but the WandaVision and now Loki was kind of weird. You know, dealing with the multiverse and time traveling and witchcraft and all that stuff. You know, I find it more interesting.
With the first episode, it kind of starts immediately, kind of showing you, like, letting you know, like, where we're at.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the Loki from Endgame who grabbed the Tesseract and took off.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of explaining, like, what happened to him. So what's interesting is, like, this Loki has not experienced a lot of the things that our Loki has experienced.
Yeah.
He didn't experience his mother being killed. He didn't experience his father, passing away. And he hasn't experienced him and Thor getting, like, kind of, like, reconnecting.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't experienced the destruction of his homeworld, Asgard. So this is a Loki that's not experienced a lot of these things. And, like, it's kind of interesting to see, like, I guess where he's at in the world compared to, like, the Loki that we were just with.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, leads me to, like, so what happens is basically, like, now that he's affected the way that, like, time, the stream of time, pretty much the TVA, which is I'm just calling them time cops.
Yeah.
And the time cops pretty much scoop them up, and that's their job, is they pretty much fix anything, like reset any timeline that, like, is affected by people that do things that were not originally intended.
Yeah.
So, like, the main person that we see from this agency is played by Owen Wilson, who is awesome.
Yeah.
First of all, I love his mustache. And second of all, like, yeah, this guy's amusing as heck. And he's been entertaining the entire time. In all 3 episodes, he's been, like, honestly, kind of, like, outside. I mean, of course, like, Loki is a highlight of the show, but he's been the other highlight to me because he's just been amusing to see, like, just, like, with him, it's like, this is kind of just like a day job. This is a big, intricate thing for, like, us and, like, the universe, but to him it's just like he's just at work.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of amusing.
One of the things I really do like about the show is just, like, other than Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson playing the 2 main characters, all of the other characters that we've seen, I don't know any of the actors or actresses.
Yeah, so it kind of really does feel like you're in this world.
Yeah,
so.
Everything's new. Like, I don't recognize anybody. I'm sure if I looked them up, I would have seen some stuff with some of the people in it. But I really like that it's just all new faces for the most part.
What I found interesting is kind of like, I guess this is maybe a spoiler for future videos when we start talking about Star Wars, but we're both huge Star Wars fans.
Oh yeah.
And these episodes reminded me of Star Wars a lot. Like, the world that they live in, like, just the way it kind of felt like one of the cities and, like, the prequels.
Yeah.
And then the 3rd episode, it felt a lot like a Star Wars movie to me. Like that when they were on that other planet and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know, that was like, it seemed very Star Wars like in this show, and I thought that was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So during the show, Loki basically starts working with TVA, and is basically like they were going to reset him completely, and Owen Wilson's character convinces them to pretty much work with Loki. Loki is going to help find another person that is affecting the stream of time, who is just another Loki from another timeline.
Yeah.
Who is a female, which is pretty awesome. So at first, like, they start with, like, they're kind of at odds with each other, but they start connecting a little bit, especially in the 2nd episode. And is it just me, or, like, did it feel like they were, like, almost kind of like on a date in that one scene? You know what I'm talking about, where they started connecting?
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
No, I thought it wasn't weird at all, because, like, there's 2 characters in the Marvel movies where I'm like, if they could fuck each other, they would. And that would be Loki would fuck himself, and Tony Stark.
Probably.
And that's what I thought. So I was like, a female version of Loki is exactly, I think, what Loki would end up wanting. So I was like, if anybody's in love with themselves, it's going to be Loki. So I was like, I could see, like, their little connection there that started happening.
I don't know, could you do it?
What?
Like, if a female version of you just showed up, would you be able to?
I mean, does she look good?
Yes.
If she looks good, then yes, absolutely.
I don't know if I can do it, man. I don't know if I can do it.
If she looks good enough, then like, yeah, I'm down to party. But another thing, like we talked about a second ago, how this Loki has not experienced a lot of the things that our Loki has experienced,
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of like, since the stream of time, like pretty much like the TVA knows everything that has happened, is happening, and will happen.
Mm-hmm.
So Loki gets to see everything that happens to him going forward in his life.
Mm-hmm.
He gets to see his mother die, which was really his fault.
Mm-hmm.
He gets to see his dad pass away. He gets to see him and Thor connect, like that sweet little moment at the end of Ragnarok,
Mm-hmm.
where they kind of connect at the very end, where he thinks that Loki's not really there. It's an illusion, but
Yeah.
Loki's really there.
Yeah.
And he gets to see himself die.
Yeah.
So I think with all of that, like, you can tell he was very like upset. Like, I was actually like, I watched it with my son, and he was not happy about this scene. He was just like, he's like, I don't like watching this. He's like, this is not fun. And I was like,
I don't know if I'd want to see that either. I don't know if I would ever want to see the future and know when I would die. Or how
oh
I
no,
would die.
definitely not. I'm very like, I don't know. Like, of course with like Loki, I think he was like curious enough to do that. But like for me, I would rather just not know.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
But yeah, that was kind of upsetting. There's a couple of times where he talks about his mom, and it's like, it really, like, don't get me wrong, it's great, and the show's great, but like that really brings it down for me.
Why?
Just because, I mean, like I said, this is not a complaint. It's just like, it really bums me out. Like,
Oh, just depressing.
yeah, it just makes me. I was just like, I'm trying to have a good time, and this is like bumming me out. Another big thing that happened is the female Loki kind of creates a crap ton of branched realities.
Yeah.
Do you think that that is like set up for Multiverse Madness?
Yes.
Like, did she just create the multiverse?
I don't know if she created it, but it definitely introduces it.
Right. She definitely created, like, I guess there could have already been another multiverse, but like the way they explain it is like basically they keep the multiverse from happening.
Yeah.
And then she changed and made all of this happen.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that, like, I mean, I guess I just asked that, but really, like, I think that was kind of like set up for Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. I think that between that and what the Scarlet Witch has done in her show, I think that all of this is pretty much just one setup for, like...
Well, yeah, they're going to have to build up to it because, I mean, obviously they're calling it Multiverse of Madness in the new Doctor Strange movie, and they have to bring it in somehow.
I know that, obviously, for a fact that Scarlet Witch is in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
But, like, I keep seeing, like, conflicting reports on whether Loki is or isn't in Multiverse of Madness. I'm really hoping he is, because that would really, like, up the game there.
Maybe.
There's another big thing that was all over the internet, was in episode 3 where Loki reveals that he's bisexual casually.
Yeah.
Which, like, I've not really ever been hardcore into the Thor comics or anything. Mm-hmm. Like a kid, all I read was Batman and Spider-Man. So, and like Thor never really, like, I guess, interacted with Spider-Man as much, like, or at least what I've seen. But I am someone that it did do a lot of research, like, with these characters, like, when I was growing up, and like I already knew that Loki was like that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So that really did shock me, and I thought it was weird that people were like, like blowing up, and I was like, with me, I don't know. First of all, I already knew that, and second of all, I kind of felt like it was expected. Like, I always thought he kind of came off like that in the movies.
Yeah, a little bit.
So I don't know. That's just me, but like,
yeah. After the scene was over, I didn't really think much.
Especially like it's not even like a story point. It's just like a
Yeah.
very casual. She was just like bringing up. She's like, "You're a prince. I'm sure you had plenty of wannabe princesses or princes," and he's like a little of both. But like they were just like, that was like kind of their little date scene that they were talking about. And but I don't know. That was a big thing that blew up the internet. But I was just kind of like, I don't know, whatever. I don't care. But I'm more excited about like what's going on. So like the third episode. Some things happen and they end up being on a planet where it's about to be destroyed by a moon.
Yeah.
And the big cliffhanger is like they were like trying to figure out how to get off this planet, and they
were going to try to find the rocket ship to power the what do they call it? The template.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the little device, but it's basically the device that's going to get them back to where they're trying to go. And their whole plan is that they're going to go on this. They're going to get on the ship that's going to charge. It's dead, like the battery's dead, and they're going to charge it and they're going to take off. But at the very end of the episode, the ship is destroyed by a piece of the moon that like comes crashing onto the planet. So that by the end they're just stuck, and it seems like pretty hopeless. Mm-hmm. Clearly, it's not hopeless. We're 3 episodes in, so they're obviously going to be saved.
Yeah.
But that is a nice like cliffhanger. I thought that was pretty dramatic for an ending on an episode, and it kind of bummed me out that I have to wait a week to watch the next episode. So
It don't really bother me. I watched all 3 episodes at one sitting. So
yeah, I was watching it one at a time. It's like kind of annoying because I'm like, man, I'm ready for that 4th. Well, the other ones I was just like, that's cool, but I was after the 3rd episode, I'm like dying for the 4th episode. So all in all, like, did you have any issues that you wanted to bring up?
Yeah, like I understand like Loki's supposed to be like kind of have a comedy side to him, but like I feel like in this show, especially like episode 2 and 3, like he was kind of overplayed the comedy aspect of his role.
To me, it was less that. Like, I don't think he was overplaying it. I think it's just because we're seeing more of Loki. Like in the first Avengers, he was the bad guy.
Yeah.
And like right now, he's just kind of like living his life. Like we're not seeing like obviously like he has things going on.
Yeah.
But like, I guess him being more in the forefront without Thor being the main character. I think that we're just seeing more of Loki's personality. Yeah. That's the way I felt about it.
Okay. Yeah.
So. But outside of that, I don't know. I'm pretty excited for the rest of the show, and we'll be back for the next 3 episodes. Mm-hmm. I think there's 6 episodes, right?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure there's 6 episodes. Either way, we'll be back for one more video for this show. But so far, I've enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see the next 3 episodes. Mm-hmm. So if you like this video, give it a like and subscribe to our channel, and tune in next time for the final video for Loki.
Yep.
So until next time.
See you.